The best thing about this type of drawing is that there are no requirements to make it look like anything at all. You're going to begin by pushing around a marble or a coin with your pencil. Notice that I'm keeping a consistent pressure, keeping it kind of light because I'm using nice paper. So if something happens that I really don't like, I want to be able to erase. But I'm pushing around the marble with my pencil to try to fill up the page with these sensitive kind of lines. They've got little dips to them, and I'm pushing it around, and I want to kind of try to lead the marble so that it fills up the page. We don't want all our lines up in one corner, and we don't want too many lines altogether because that will make it tricky to fill in the spaces later. All right, once you feel like you've filled up the page sufficiently and you like the way it looks, you're going to start going over your lines with Sharpie. Just trace right over what you have. Okay, and finally, I'm going to finish off this one line that I have here on the left corner with kind of a circle shape. So I'm not just ending with one line. And then I'm going to start thickening some of the lines. You want to do this in a balanced way. So if you have some thick lines on the left side, add some to the right. If you have some thick lines on the top, add some to the bottom. That way it's going to balance out the drawing. Okay, now I'm going to get started with filling in some spaces. I'm going to add just a couple more thick lines, and you're going to notice I've actually flipped my paper around. Again, the cool thing about a non-objective drawing like this, meaning that it's not representing anything, is you could work on it from any angle, and you can flip it around while you work, and you might find in the end that you like presenting it in a way that's different from the way you worked on it. You decide. You're the artist. Okay, I'm choosing a few more lines to thicken here just because I think it looks interesting. Now I am starting to fill up this first space with lines that start with, like at the top of the section, I'm starting with frowny arcs or like frown faces. And at the bottom, I'm starting with smiley faces. And leading them into the middle makes this kind of optical illusion that looks pretty cool. You can add different designs in different sections with Sharpie. The next thing I'm going to try is adding some value with my pencil. So in this section here, I'm going to draw hard, like push down hard with my pencil around the edges and loosen up, like lighten up the pressure with which I'm pushing down in the center. That way you end up with kind of the same effect. It kind of makes this optical illusion, making it look like it has form. Okay, now I'm going to start with watercolors and my brushes and some water, and I'm going to pick a section to start painting. I'm going to start with a wet on wet technique, which means that I'm going to put down water first and then touch the brush to the paint and let the color kind of bloom onto the wet paper. This is really fun for blending colors and making kind of a galaxy effect. I'm going to try that here. Okay, now I'm going to do a different effect in a different section. So I'm going to start with red paint, and I'm going to paint it normally and then dab it with a paper towel to make a texture. Okay, so we're just going to continue like this, picking a new section and filling it with different colors of watercolor or drawing designs in it. You decide. We want to make it have lots of variety, so lots of different colors, textures, just make it look interesting in each different space.